Hello guys, good evening everyone.
Hi everyone! Welcome to daldalang walang curfew.
Usapang hindi nalalockdown. This is
Quarantalk.
Quarantalk. Hey! Alright, so welcome everyone to one of the last episodes of Quarantalk this season 3. Kasi iisipin mo yun, Eya, Okay, nagmumultiply ako. 13. Basta ang dami nating episodes.
38? 38
Yeah,
episodes.
this is our 38. Okay, syempre marami tayong sorpresa, Eya, para sa mga viewers natin soon. Kaya nga kanina may teaser na tayong nilabas. Di ba
Yeah.
nakita niyo yun, guys? Yung QuaranTalk, magiging QuaranTalk media na by the end of the week. Ibig sabihin, marami kaming sorpresa. Abangan nyo ngayong linggo.
Yes, oo. So follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/QuaranTalk online. But before we go into the meat of our discussion for tonight, as you know, we have a special guest.
Mhm.
Syempre, this is QuaranTalk. We want to give you updates on what's happening um, about our life in quarantine and
Right.
also sa COVID-19 pandemic. Jules, tingnan natin yung numbers natin for today.
Okay, so for today, for the first time actually in quarantine area, dalawang sets of data ang nilabas ng DOH. Kasi yesterday, for the first time din, ay hindi nakapaglabas ang DOH ng data dahil nga sobrang daming influx daw of data na pumasok. So kaninang 8 a.m. at kaninang 4 p.m., dalawang sets ang nilabas. So for today, our active cases, meron tayong 35,036 people ang merong COVID currently. Total cases all in all, 57,006 people. And death toll natin sa 1,599. At syempre ang ating total recoveries na sa 20,371.
Mm-hmm. Right. We have 35,036 active cases. Ang nadagdag po dyan today ay yung 836 new confirmed cases also and 65 deaths po were reported today and 4,325 more patients have recovered. Yan po ang nadagdag sa ating tally for today.
Yeah,
Um,
record yung recoveries today. Yan yung highest natin since March, 4,000 plus recovery.
Mm-mm. Then again, I think we're seeing additional numbers from some backlog and recently validated cases. Globally, we have at least 12.4 million cases
Mhm.
and 560,000 deaths po. Yeah, so tingnan natin, Jules. So far for the vaccines, wala pa rin. May
Mhm.
progress. Some people, more companies and more countries are starting to test possible vaccines. Pero may isang expert nagsabi, malabo daw magkaroon ng effective vaccine for
Ng ganun kabilis.
everyone by next year. But still, many scientists are still
Mhm.
hopeful that we'll
Mhm.
see a vaccine in the next couple of months. But definitely, the soonest would be by 2021. So,
Right.
yeah.
Though there's this university from Russia kanina, sinabi na they're claiming na they have already developed a vaccine pero we're yet to check syempre from news sources kung gaano na nga ba ka-effective yung mga clinical trials nila. But anyway, of course, yan yung pinaka latest natin from the COVID. We now proceed to our next syempre trending natin. Yung trending natin, syempre sobrang nag-trend to over the weekend itong Aswang. Ano ba 'tong Aswang na 'to? Isa siyang limited viewing siya for our friends online. So yan, limited online screening Aswang. So nakita natin yan. Actually, ang daming mga codes na binigay. Ibig sabihin, I think per code A yan, no? Parang 5,000 viewers.
5,000 viewers per code. Oo. Nag-start po ito ng July 11 until July 12.
Mhm.
And I think by after of July 12, more than 25 or more than 30,000 na yung nakapanood. I have yet to see kung ano ang final tally, kung ilan ang nakapanood ng documentary na ito. Pero Jules, what do you think about this production?
Yeah, so I think very symbolic na tinawag na Aswang yung documentary na to. Basically, yung tumatak sa akin kaya siya tinawag na Aswang kasi kapag sinabing Aswang, matakot ka. And this documentary is about the extrajudicial killings here in the Philippines. So, of course, as expected, maraming mga case studies na nakita diyan kung papaano yung iba't ibang mga cases na na-handle from the point of view of several journalists. And yung isa sa pinakatumatak na case sa akin, of course, ito. Okay, yung merong secret jail sa Presinto 1 sa Manila. So that's care of the Manila Police District. So there was this operation care of the Commission on Human Rights. Tapos may kasama silang mga cameramen, and then hindi alam ng mga cameramen kung saan sila pupunta until yung CHR mismo parang tinanong niya, "May tao ba diyan?" Ta's apparently sa likod ng isang maliit na cabinet, meron palang makipot at madilim. No ventilation, walang ilaw, almost more than 20 people ang nagsisisikan do'n at 'yan yung ilan sa mga unang tao na lumabas. But the thing is parang I'm not so sure about it, but parang wala atang assurance kung ano yung nangyari sa kanila, pero nalipat sila sa mas maayos na prison cell. So detained pa lang sila diyan, ibig sabihin walang mga cases yung mga 'yan, pero they were placed there in that dark prison cell.
Mhm. Yeah. Ito rin yung isa sa mga trending images na nakita ko on Twitter, and one of the journalists also gave his account as to what happened that day sa pagbisita nila dyan sa cell, sa precinct na yan. Jules, marami pang aswang sa paligid natin. And I believe this film was filmed 2 years ago.
Mhm.
Uh, and we've yet to see. I hope to see more documentaries about, especially ngayong nasa pandemic tayo and things that are happening. And there's are things to look forward to, but we hope to see more good news in the days to come. Jules, speaking of that, pag-usapan natin kung ano yung mga pwede nating magawa at may ambag while we are facing
Mhm.
this pandemic. So, simulan natin yan sa advocacy. But, Jules, sanay tayo, every year may inaabangan tayong mga beauty pageants. But this
Yes.
year, akala ko wala pageant. Pero meron. Miss Earth Philippines conducted its historical first virtual Miss Earth pageant. And tonight, Jules, may makasama tayong special guest. That's Curtis.
Right, of course. Kasi siyempre ang Pilipinas, 'di ba, parang kilala 'yan sa isa sa mga bansa sa buong mundo na talagang iba ang level ng pag-support sa mga beauty pageants. And talagang napakita natin ang resiliency even dito sa context na 'to kasi kahit virtual, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang mga beauty pageants. Kaya naman ang pinakatututukan natin, beauty and advocacy in challenging times. Walang iba, kasama natin ang Miss Philippines Air 2020. Let's welcome Miss Patrixia Santos. Hi, Patrixia. Good evening.
Marhay na
Hi.
banggi po. So that's good evening in our local dialect. I am from Daraga Albay and I am your Miss Philippines Air 2020. So thank you for having me tonight in Quarantalk, and it's a pleasure to be with you guys.
It's our
Thank
honor to have you here. Congratulations, Patrixia. Alam mo, Eya, si Patrixia, nakasama ko siya sa isang NYC event. Nag-host kami for, ano ba yun? Linggo ng Kabataan ata yun. That was August.
Last year.
Last year, August. So ngayon, meron ka ng crown na suot ngayon. Congratulations, Patrixia. Eya?
Yes, Patricia, I know you're a student leader. You're an outstanding student. You've excelled in almost everything you've done. I did my research, but Patricia, first tell us about the experience of being in this online pageant.
It was very unique because it's the first time that it has ever been done, not just in our country but also in the world. So,
Oh.
if you would notice, there was no actual prestigious beauty pageant that has ever done their activities online. And because of what happened with the coronavirus pandemic, at first, actually, we were wondering if the pageant was going to be canceled. But Miss Earth Philippines, the franchise itself has always been very parang trailblazer. That's what I call them because they've always been the competition that did not really focus so much on the usual conventions of beauty. In fact, they're always the ones thinking of amazing ways to spice up the competition. I think before they were known for the face, or no, not the beauty of face, but the figure and form part where they covered the face, and it's only the bodies that was presented to the public and to the judges. And it was one very controversial move, but it turned out to really give an emphasis on figure and form. And they've always made waves with their decisions, and they definitely made waves with the decision they made this year when they decided to still continue the online coronation. And it was very interesting because it's so different from the usual pageants that we grew up watching. Well, for instance, there wasn't any stage. And can
Mm-hmm.
you imagine 33 young women having their own venues inside the safety of their own homes, or maybe the venue provided by their local government unit for those who were lucky enough? And imagine not ever meeting your co-candidate or even the judges. And there was no audience at all except for maybe family or a few select friends. So this was really a great challenge. Very challenging because there were so many unknown variables. Like,
Yeah.
for example, we were dependent on the internet. As
Yes.
I was telling in an interview earlier, if dati we would offer eggs to make sure na hindi umulan. In this competition, we were offering eggs para hindi maputol yung internet. Because if the internet got cut, ay lagot. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you were sure that it's going to have consequences because the judges won't hear your answer, or you won't really be able to project. So it was very challenging, and it's very different this year. And I guess the ladies who competed also deserve really a big round of applause because sobrang tapang and sobrang resourceful ng bawat isang kandidata. So I have to say I'm very proud to be part of this historic event.
Okay, yan. Applause para sa lahat ng mga candidates na pageant this year. Ayun, even the applause, di ba? More on likes lang siguro natin nabawi this year kasi virtual lahat. Okay, Pat, you mentioned about pageants, and most definitely this isn't the first pageant na sinalihan mo. So, let's try to go back from the very start. Kailan ka nagsimula sa pageant journey mo?
You know, I started when I was in college. I was a first year. I was very impressionable. And my seniors, they were the ones who told me, "Oh, Patrixia, you should join the pageant. You're very articulate. We think you would do well." And that was where it all began. So I won Miss Bicol University all the way to the university level. So college and then level. And then after nun, I started doing the local rounds. Kasi in Bicol, sobrang beauty pageants are everywhere. Like, and it has really a big impact, and it also has a big reward. Like, for example, as early as 2008, yeah, I started doing pageants 2008. The prices were around 100,000, 200,000 already. And it was really a source of income for a lot of empowered young women. So for me, that was really my main motivation before because I was an only child. I tried to really do my best to also support my family, which is really composed of me and my mom na lang. 'Cause my dad died when I was very young. He was 22 when he had a heart attack, and my mom never remarried. So I was in a household full of strong women, and when we started doing pageants, it was consistent all throughout. We were winning po kasi. So it was really nice. And I started winning the regionals. So I also won Miss Ibalong, Mutya ng Magayon. There is a regionals, and then up until I won Miss Bicolandia. So when I
Wow.
won Miss Bicolandia, that was in 2009. They said with all conviction that I should join Binibining Pilipinas. So ako naman, bata, and really just having fun, to be honest. I said yes. So I had the honor of competing with Venus Ra. And that was actually the year that it was the golden years of Philippine pageantry in Miss Universe, because it was the beginning that we started getting into to the finals.
Right.
So it was really a memorable thing for me. And then after that, my mom kind of convinced me to take the exam in UP Law. So tapos hindi ko naman inaasahan nakapasa. So when I got in, my
Congratulations.
mom tapos when I got in, my mom kind of made me promise to finish first this degree. Pero pasaway ako in 2014 when we had, you remember the time that we changed the curriculum and then we had this 2 month gap.
Right, right.
Yeah. And smart me took the chance to join another pageant. I guess this was really, so it's pageants are a part of me growing up, and it's
Mm.
a big part of my personality and how I was molded as a person. So when I had a chance, I joined again in 2014. It was actually the first time I joined Miss Philippines Earth. And I
Mm.
also represented Daraga Albay. And then I wasn't able to really do well because I was balancing school and then pageant. Because even though it was summer, we had a lot of things we had to study because UPLO, it's really hard. So it was really a bad decision on my part. But at least it really opened my eyes that if I really wanted to move forward with anything of the two, I needed to choose. So I guess I chose law school. And then finally in 2019, after a long hurdle between working and school, I finally graduated from UP Law. And then that was the moment I told my mom that I had to join because if I didn't, I would be full of regrets.
Mhm.
So I finally found the time. So last year I did Miss World Philippines, wherein I got into the top 20, but I didn't proceed any further. But that's okay. So I went forward with Miss Philippines Earth this year, and finally we reached the podium finish. So I'm really happy and proud. Kind of bittersweet at the beginning because konti na lang sana we would have had the main title. But at the end of the day, when you realize, you sit back and you really just appreciate the blessing because chasing this dream for so long, I am just speechless at the warmth that it gave me, knowing that I finally found or got the reward I was looking for.
That it's a long journey. It's been years of hard work. Also, tell us what kept you going. Why choose beauty pageants as your platform for what you really want to push for?
Maybe it's because there's really a purpose. There's really a deeper purpose for why I was joining. And a deeper purpose was I really wanted to make a difference in the pageant industry. They've always been saying that beauty pageants is about empowering women. And I wanted to be one of the living testimonies that, yeah, it's all about empowerment. I mean, there are a lot of issues also surrounding beauty pageants, and some people might argue that it's not very empowering for some. But for me, as somebody who grew up in this, I feel like I am a living proof that when a woman engages in beauty pageants, they can transform into the kind of lady or woman who will always have the confidence to go for the things that she wants to achieve, for the things that she wants or loves to do. And the journey wasn't easy. I started as an introvert. I started as a geek. I was the kind of person who didn't really go out much and didn't care much about my appearance. And for me, joining beauty pageants has opened a lot of doors. In fact, I think it led me to UP Law. It led me to the dream of being a lawyer. And I wouldn't have all of that if there were not these beauty pageants. So for me, I want to encourage young women that, beauty pageants are about empowerment and finding yourself. And it would be nice to see more young women like me who would engage and find themselves in this manner.
Yeah. But from what I know, itong pageant na 'to na Miss Philippines Earth and Miss Earth itself, 'di ba parang it's different in a way na mas focus siya sa advocacy. So let's talk about the advocacies. From your end, what's your primary advocacy? And siguro we could link it to our friends who are watching right now kasi 'di ba parang limited yung movements natin because of the pandemic, because of the lockdowns. So as a beauty queen right now with an advocacy, how can we push forward with our advocacies given na meron tayong limitations?
Well, for me, my main advocacy talaga for this campaign in Miss Philippines Earth was really about the Be Better initiative. I wanted to encourage people that despite moving forward into what we call the new normal, there are still ways to make it a better normal. In a sense that we becoming better caretakers of our planet by doing what we can to reduce our carbon footprint. It's kind of sad that as we move further and further into this pandemic-ridden world, people are really forgetting the emphasis on environmental protection. In fact, one of the statements that I made earlier this week or last week pala is that we really need to consider the trash, the pollution that is steadily mounting because of the pandemic, of this crisis. We're, we're kind of forgetting our environment once again. And it's like a cycle, a never-ending cycle. And I wanted to prevent that by sharing information or action points that I think we could do or focus on while we're here facing this pandemic. And yeah, it's going to be very difficult because we never really expected this pandemic to happen, and everything is all online. So we are looking forward to really promoting the Be Better initiative, because the Be Better initiative is an acronym. So the acronym is actually letter B, it's ban single-use plastics. Letter
Mhm.
E, it's encourage backyard gardening. Then the first T is about teaching the value of sanitation and hygiene, and the other T is about transitioning to sustainable transportation and renewable energy. And then the other E is about putting an emphasis on environmental education. And the last R is requesting our local and national leaders to put a priority on environmental policies as we move forward into what we want to be a better normal. And we want to reach out to people. We're very excited because we're going to do an online show
Mhm.
that's focused on this different policies or this different action points, and we are planning to really unite. I've already talked to my queen sisters. They're going to unite, and we're going to talk about on the show our different advocacies, and perhaps invite different groups also. And plus, we're also very excited because some friends from Congress and Senate, because I used to work with Congress for what, 5 years.
Wow.
Medyo we've developed some friendships, and we're looking forward to being able to bring people a little closer to the environmental policies. Because one of the greatest things that has been happening during the pandemic crisis is that people are realizing the value of of the policies in general that are being developed in Congress. More and more people are realizing that we must not ignore what is happening in Congress, and we must focus also on what decisions our representatives are making. So I'm very happy because of these developments. Then people would be encouraged to really listen. And ang daming environmental issues. Like, for example, we're not realizing it siguro, but the modernization of jeepneys are
Right.
related to the issue of air pollution, and also the issue of coal in our country, renewable energy, and also the issue of the bike lanes, biking community rights. Now, these
Yes.
are the things that we need to talk about. And we're hoping that through the online show and through constantly making, communications or communicating and reaching out to these government agencies, we'll be able to generate some attention and at least give justice to this pageant that is really all about advocating for our environment.
Pat, while you were talking, I'm pretty sure Jules was also being excited hearing everything that you were saying, because Jules and I have started an organization really also pushing for the sustainable development goals, which includes, of course, our advocacy on environment and all these interconnected issues that you mentioned, and really pushing for policy reforms and legislations that would support these advocacy. So we're looking forward to maybe working with you in the future, and we look forward to that online campaign and online show that you have. But yeah, Pat, tell us more about what's in store for you after this pageant. What are you gonna do next?
That's really like one of the frequent questions, because a lot of people talaga have, given there was an outpour of support for me, and I'm very grateful. So thank you so much po sa lahat ng patuloy na sumusuporta. We're very happy with that. Thank you for appreciating all the effort. And at the moment, I'm really so excited and focused on the advocacy. So one thing that they would really expect from me is work on the advocacy. And aside from that, hopefully I want to take the bar. But let's see, because they've been challenging me, paano ka mag-review? So, well, we will see in the coming next few months. Because I heard from the Supreme Court that it's going to be two bar exams next year. So let's wait and see. But with regards naman to joining other national pageants, of course, we're not naman closing our doors. Pero we also have to see if I still qualify, because also there's the thing about the age. There are certain age restrictions, and I'm turning 28 this August. So, siguro I lift it up to the Lord, whatever His plans are for me.
Ayan, maraming mga nagsasabi ngayon, no? Miss Universe Philippines daw. Ang dami naman nagko-comments. Yun na raw yung next pageant na sasalihan ni Pat. Okay, Pat, sobrang inspiring lahat ng mga sinasabi mo, and obviously yung eloquence mo sobrang nangingibabaw. So, one of your most like talagang yung edge mo talaga dito sa pageant mo to. Bukod sa sobrang ganda mo rin, of course, sobrang eloquent and sobrang bright. And talagang sobrang
Guiang. You're kang fanboy. Interview muna.
Na-street ko si Pat, dito lang din kami sa Maginhawa. So, wala lang, sinabi ko lang yun. Okay, so balik ako sa question ko. Okay, so yun nga, sobrang daming na-inspire for sure sa'yo, Patrixia. Ngayon, para sa lahat ng mga sobrang frustrated, sobrang anxious because of this pandemic, bilang queen natin dito, Queen Patrixia, ayan. Ano ang pwede mo mabigay na words of inspiration para syempre kahit na uncertain lahat ng mga bagay during this pandemic, tuloy-tuloy pa rin sila sa mga pangarap nila tulad ng ginawa mo?
Well, for me, more than this victory, I wanted to offer it really to people, hoping it will be a source of inspiration for every young woman who wants to become a beauty queen, or even every person out there who has a talent, skill, or contribution that they want to show the world. Just believe in the power of your dreams. It might take a while. For me, it took me, 10, 11 years to finally have something to show for all your effort. But to be honest, it's not really the crown, it's really the journey. It's really the learnings that you get along the way, the things that will shape you into becoming the person that you are now, that really will give you so much to value. And for me, kahit maraming naysayers, kahit maraming nagsasabi na, oh, Patrixia, you should just focus on the bar, you should focus on becoming a lawyer, that's the better career. For me, at the end of the day, it's your dream, it's your life, and you're the only person who can determine what is it that will give you happiness, and what is it that you really love to do. And so, in this pandemic, focus on that. Focus on what you want to do and the things that you want to achieve. And I'm sure that in the future, if you will just remain steadfast, have faith in yourself, have faith in God, darating at darating yung panahon mo. So, para sa akin, mangarap ka lang hanggang dulo. So, don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid of maybe closed opportunities, because ako na magsasabi sa'yo, darating at darating yung panahon that you will realize that everything truly happens for a reason.
Thank you, Pat. That's wonderful. Love ka naman, Jules. Ayan. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pat, for joining us tonight, and we really wish you all the best. Jules, may last words ka ba?
Yeah,
Yeah.
gaya ng nabanggit ni Eya. Sige, ikaw muna.
Yeah. And thank you so much for having me at Quarantalk. Thank you for inviting me, Jules. And of course, for everybody who wants to also follow more updates, please follow Miss Philippines Earth on Facebook and Instagram. And also follow me on Instagram, it's Patrixia Santos X. And on Facebook, it's Patrixia Santos, Miss Philippines Air 2020. And you can also follow me on my personal account, it's Patrixia Shirley Santos. So, yun. Thank you
Right.
so much.
Yeah, so before we let you go, ulitin lang namin sinabi ni Eya kanina. Yeah, we're part of this organization, 2030 Youth Force in the Philippines, and we'll be very happy to work with you, to collaborate with you para syempre paglaban din natin itong mga advocacy, especially on the planet issues and the environment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Definitely, we will collaborate. Yay!
All right, thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for Miss
Thank you.
Philippines
More
Air
power to QuaranTalk.
2020, Patrixia Santos. Thank you. Good night.
Good
Night.
night.
Bye. Okay, ayan. Sobrang saya naman, 'di ba? Bukod sa sobrang ganda ni Patrixia at sobrang eloquent, sobrang talino. Talagang ang pinaka-important dito, Patrixia, Eya, kung paano
Kaya ikaw na mag-show.
sorry. Umalis si Eya. Okay. Eya. 'Di ba siyempre papaano mo gagamitin yung mga skills mo and talents mo para mag-pursue ng advocacy. So yan ang ginagawa ni Patricia. So we wish her all the best sa kanyang journey as Miss Philippines Air.
Yeah. Papalash ko lang yung isang comment na nakakatawa yung word. She is the most intelligent elemental queen.
Oo nga naman. Kasi tama nga naman.
Grabe.
Air.
Elemental queen. And thank you for everyone who joined us tonight and for supporting Patricia. And we also look forward to her journey beyond the pageant stage sana. Pero wala na palang stage, virtual stage.
Virtual.
And mhm. And yeah, I
Okay.
hope I hope you guys, those who are watching, would also find ways on how you can forward your advocacy even through these challenging times, and also to realize your dreams kahit na uncertain ang mga panahon. Di ba nga? Kaya nga, in the past couple of episodes, we talked about how to remain ambitious in this time when there's so much uncertainty. And we hope that you'd all remain resilient as we face every day with more news na hindi na natin alam kung anong bagong balita marireceive natin. Yeah, Jules, what's next for us?
Right, before we end, gusto ko lang yung sinabi ni Patricia kanina, yung don't be afraid to fail. Kasi tama yun 'di ba? Sobrang daming mga uncertainties ngayon, daming mga nawawalang opportunities. Siguro part yun ng mga failures, pero syempre, hindi doon nagtatapos yung buhay natin, 'di ba? Parang it's part of your narrative, and in the future, you can go back to this narrative and you look back kung ano yung mga pinagdaanan mo kaya naabot mo yung tagumpay mo. So, yung very simple pero very important words imparted to us by Miss Philippines Air 2020 Patrixia Santos. Okay, so now our last segment is, of course, we feature different ambags. Okay, mali yung nakalagay. Okay, so ang ating feature ngayon ay Impact Hackathon. Ano ba tong Impact Hackathon, Eya?
All right, Impact Hackathon is a program actually. It's a program organized by Impact Hub Manila and Impact Hackathon. We hack different challenges in our society. This is not the first time that Impact Hub Manila will stage Impact Hackathon, but this year, we are going to tackle these five vertical challenges. You have climate change, education, smart cities, health and wellness, food and agriculture. At lahat po ito ay nakaangkla sa lahat ng pinagdadaanan din natin in this pandemic. So what are the solutions that you can come up with, and be it tech-powered initiatives or projects or businesses, you're welcome to sign up for Impact Hackathon. And registrations will close this August 17. Go to impact2050.com/impact hackathon. Ayan. So, do register po this month as soon as you can. And we are looking forward to the innovative solutions that we're gonna see from this Impact Hackathon. At bilang ang Impact Hub Manila ay isang incubation network, an incubation hub, may support din na naghihintay for the winning ideas, and the partners will be collaborators also. They're also partnering with the Office of Senator Kiko Pangilinan for the Food and Agriculture vertical. So, ayun. So, may mga partners na rin naghihintay para sa mga ideas na mabubuo sa Impact Hackathon 2020. Ayan, Jules. Ang possible na ambag natin in these times.
Right. So that ends our show for tonight. And on Wednesday, guys, it's our season ender. 'Di ba? Patapos ng season 3, so babalikan natin lahat ng mga best moments natin sa lahat ng mga episodes natin since the beginning of this season. So please abangan niyo po yan sa Wednesday. And of course, we also have our guest host on that day. Papakilala na lang natin siya sa mga teasers natin kung sino siya, Eya. And yeah, we're all looking forward to our upgraded QuaranTalk media as we launch it on Friday.
Yeah, we're expanding our platform for more ideas, more kwentuhan, more daldalan na walang curfew. Pero, simula po Friday, guys, hindi na po tayo 11 p.m. See you at 9 p.m. Starting Friday po yan. Pero again, on Wednesday, see you on Wednesday at 11 p.m. for our season ender. Right.
Okay.
Okay, so kita-kita ulit tayo dito sa daldalang walang curfew.
Usapang di nalalockdown, ito po ang QuaranTalk. We go live on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursday at 11 p.m. except on Friday onwards kasi 9 p.m. na po tayo doon.
Alright. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/QuaranTalkOnline.
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Jules Guiang.
Right. I'm on Twitter at @a_Antonio. I'm on Instagram at @a_Antonio. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Have a good week.